Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm Rox.
We're LadBaby.
And this is our podcast, Live, Laugh, Love, the podcast! Dance it out.
Hello, everyone.
It's a great week in the UK. It's raining, but not in our minds, okay? We're going to...
I don't know what that means.
Sunshine mind. Come on. We're bringing the sun in our brain. That's it. Positive mental attitude.
Okay.
PMA. PMA.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to the podcast.
If you're having a bad day, we're going to turn it round for you.
Oh, yeah, we're going to...
I am on a Monday motivation.
We're going to crank it up.
We're cranking it up.
We are cranking it up.
Happy, alive today.
The attic is no longer hot. I've now got a cup of tea. A few weeks ago, I was here drinking my little
Your ice drinks.
My ice drinks. Now it's a cup of tea. The attic is now nice and snug.
Yeah. I've got a hoodie on. Oh,
yeah.
I'm cold.
Thank you for joining us once again on the Live, Laugh, Love LadBaby podcast. We've got all your favourite features coming up. Dilemma, Date Night Diaries, Confessions of a Lifetime, Living with a Southerner, and Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
After this weekend, I wouldn't rather.
Thank you for everyone that tunes in, genuinely. It's all very exciting that you all tune in, and so many messages and emails are getting, so thank you so much. We're going to kick it off, as we always do, with a little review.
Of course, Mark. Where else would you begin?
If you would like to, get the chance of maybe winning a review read out by me, not Roxanne, because she doesn't do it, by me, then leave us a 5-star review and I'll read them out. So this one is, hi guys, if I could give you 10-star, I would.
Oh, wow. See, that's the positive mental attitude I was chatting about there, Mark.
I just love the podcast. I honestly can't wait for a Thursday morning to listen to you both. In my way into work, I really have to stop myself laughing out loud on the bus on the way in. So please keep up the good work. Love from May D. Archie, I think, from Aberdeen. May D. Archie, I think that's...
May D. Archie, yeah.
From Aberdeen. Thank you.
Thank you, May. What a lovely, lovely thing to do.
May I just say thank you?
May I agree? Oh, no, it's lovely when people leave comments. And also when we see real life comments in real life, when people come up to me or come up to Mark and just say, I've been listening to your podcast. And it's just really nice. And I'm grateful for you all being here today. So
thank you very much. Keep the reviews rolling in. 5 stars is what we look for. So thank you very much. I'll tell you somewhere that won't be getting a 5-star review, Roxanne.
Are you going to talk about what happened this weekend?
I'm going to go straight into it.
Oh, Lord.
So let's start on a place of positivity.
I'm there.
We went to BBC Radio 2 in the park this weekend.
Oh, what a vibe. Festival. If you don't know, it's a festival, BBC Radio 2. Lots of acts, lots of DJs, lots of food and drink, where probably about 40,000 people all come together and basically party and have fun.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It was in Preston. It's Radio 2, so if you're abroad, Radio 1 is like, pop that's like current and the young ones. Radio 2 is slightly older demographic.
Yeah, probably our sort of age.
35 plus, I would say, demographic. You
take a chair. You take a chair, some comfortable boots, you wear a jumper, you eat churros, drink coffee, and you have a little cheeky bottle of wine too. And it's a fantastic festival.
And it's not a camping festival. You don't camp. You go there for the day. You go home. You come back the next day. My idea of a festival. I don't like camping.
Yeah.
Right.
You get a hotel or you stay around a mate's. Like it's a nice vibe.
And it was in Preston this year. That's lovely. I've never been to Preston, so we was having to travel there for it, and it was fantastic, the festival itself.
Yeah, it was a vibe. It was
Rox got to see Craig David.
Oh, can you feel me in?
What's your flavour?
Let's talk about it.
Tell me what's your flavour.
Saturday and Sunday, we chilled on Sunday. That's not the actual.
That's not, no.
No, but I'm going in.
Took her for a drink on
Tuesday.
What happened to Monday? Met a girl
on Monday. Took her for a girl on
No,
Tuesday.
you sung it. You're a Craig David fan.
I've only had one coffee and it's a Monday morning.
Met a girl
and it's
on Monday,
raining.
took her for a drink on Tuesday.
We were making love by Wednesday, Thursday and Friday.
And Saturday.
And Saturday, mate, Craig went in.
I mean, that's, yeah.
And we chilled on Sunday.
Chilled on Sunday.
Yeah, I think you do need to, Craig.
After that
Be
many
honest.
days of having a good time,
Craig
he needs
David.
to chill on a Sunday. So we saw Craig David, he was great. Sugar
Mate,
Babes.
absolute babe as well. Like, he's got to be
Man doesn't
pushing
age.
like 50, right?
Yeah, he doesn't age.
He doesn't age. He looked fantastic. Had the best jacket on, which I was like trying to find out because I want to buy it for you. Great
Yeah,
jacket it was.
too-
It was actually really good. The Craig David part, the band was like incredible. He had like old school 80s like keyboard organs. Like he even had like it was so good. I
Yeah.
really rated
Craig
that.
was great. We saw Sugar Babes.
Sugar Babes, the OGs, the original Sugar Babes.
The original Babes.
If anyone else is on a Sugar Babes, you know, round, round, baby, round, be my night on me. That. They were that Mucha, Keisha, like everyone was there, Heidi.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. I got to meet
Rox got to meet them and have a photo with them.
I
so that
totally
was...
fangirled. It was really embarrassing.
And then there's
for
some
me, but I don't
DJ
care.
sets, Ryland and Dermot and
Scott Mills,
Ramesh.
Yeah,
It was
giant disco balls. Like we met some lovely people. It was a great vibe.
the festival was fantastic. Great high star rating for the festival. We're going to move on to the not so great part of the weekend.
This is your fault. You booked it.
I'm going
I'm never leaving
I'm
you.
going to take part of the responsibility. So, as part of our, attendance to this, we had to travel to Preston, as I said. Never been to Preston before, don't know the area, right?
And it was quite last minute.
And we was going very last minute. And obviously, 40,000 people are descending on Preston, which I've learnt isn't the biggest places. So there I am, a few days before we go, oh, I should probably book a hotel.
Yeah.
We've got childcare. We need to book a hotel. It's 2 hours away. We're going to go on a Friday and a Saturday. I need an overnight stay, right? I go on, all the usual places, booking.com, hotels.com, lastminute.com, whatever. Everywhere's booked.
Everywhere.
Everywhere is booked.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're not only talking about the 40,000 people that are going, you've then got to think about all the staff that are staffing this event.
Yeah.
There's thousands of people staffing it, right? Preston is booked.
Booked.
The whole, is it a city? Is it a town? I don't know. Whatever it is,
City.
it is booked, right? So I'm panicking.
So we're fringe hoteling.
I'm fringe. I find a hotel that's 20 minutes away.
That's
I'm like,
great taxi time, really.
I'm like, you know what? That'll do. I've looked at how long it takes, 20, 25 minutes.
How late we were, there was no complaining.
No.
We had to take what we could. Otherwise, it was sleeping in the car, and I ain't doing that. 'Cause
No.
I get cold.
And I'm looking at reviews. I'm looking, it's going, it's high storage, okay? It's a high storage, that's all I'm saying.
It was all right.
It was like 4.
4-star, right? That's great.
But the reviews were really quite
It was
high.
like a 4.6.
It was like a 4.6.
It was teetering
when
into
you're
a
on Google,
5.
when you're on Google Maps and you're looking at it, the Google Map review on there is giving you like a 4.6. I'm like, we've looked in it.
Yeah, and I even double checked your booking and be like, oh, okay, I feel like I could probably withstand it.
Right.
I'll go.
So we book, right? 2 nights. We're Friday night, Saturday night. Okay. We turn up.
To Faulty Towers.
I'm trying to, it was
It was a vibe.
It was on a motorway.
I felt was very convenient.
Which is great for transport links. That's
Yeah.
great. You want it close to the motorway, and it was very close to the motorway. Right? That's a positive.
Yeah.
We enter the hotel. An unusual smell.
It could only be described as the 80s. But like
Mm,
when
not nice 80s
No,
though.
a wimpy 80s
That shut down.
that shut down.
A shut down Wimpies from the 80s.
Yeah.
There was a slight stench of mould, damp, a chip pan, like that grease of
Love
smell.
a chip pan.
A faint smell of almost like cigarette smell.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It was like a
Lot-
80s chip shop.
Yeah, carpet was definitely from the 80s. Hadn't been replaced.
Do you remember like Weatherspoon's carpet?
Yes.
Your sort of foot stuck to it.
Yeah. Checked in. Great.
I had flashback memories to Confessions of a Housekeeper.
Yeah.
Immediately.
You're walking in, and we're thinking back to season 1 of the podcast, going
pigeon in a kettle. Pigeon in a kettle.
Pigeon in a kettle.
Why didn't I bring my cleansing kit? This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sanitization stations.
We get to the room. I'm not kidding. It is hotter than the sun.
Mark, it was hotter than Mallorca.
It was like walking into a sauna.
Which I quite liked because
I am not exaggerating, right?
It's cold.
It was the hottest thing I've ever experienced in a hotel.
It was hot. It was too hot for me, and I like being hot.
And the window, even though it was 1 floor up, like it's not even a jumpable height, had one of those like child locks on it, so it only opened about an inch. Right? I walk in, I'm like, why is it so high in this room? Why is it so high?
It was a fan. You put that fan on.
We put the fan on.
And you cracked that window. We didn't complain.
We didn't complain.
We got in.
We made the best of it. I noticed, though, straight away that the lock on the door had broken. So, like a latch to like put over the door, only one half of the latch was there.
Like a police squadron had sort of jacked the door to get in.
Had to enter
to arrest
forcefully.
someone immediately.
Yeah, a forceful
Blown
enter.
the door out and it had never been fixed.
A forceful enter had happened at some point. Okay? Again, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm laughing because I could have cried.
I'm like, Rox, we're just
going to be all right.
We're going to stay here. We've just got to sleep here.
We're only sleeping there.
We're going straight out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It had been a long day and we arrived late on the Friday. I was like, before we go out and see some of the Friday, I need to jump in the shower. I need a little shower. We've had a long day.
We were on a shoot
We've
all
been
day.
on a shoot. We'd travelled. I was like, I'm going to jump in the shower. The shower head.
Just imagine Mark get 6'8".
I'm a 6'8" man. The shower head probably had the circumference of a golf ball.
Your nose.
My nose is bigger. A golf ball. It was severely, crustated.
Stop.
The height of it reached no higher than my chest. And it was held up with cable ties. I'm not winding you up. It was held up with cable ties.
Cable tie.
It had broken and had been pieced back together with cable ties.
Who are you kidding? You love a cable tie.
I love an emergency cable tie, not a 4.6 star in Preston. That's not what I'm expecting.
You got absolutely mugged off.
Right, so now I'm like trying to, squirrel wash in a shower.
A squirrel. It was a squirrel wash.
I'll give it
It was like flapping the water in your face and you just like flap it about because you didn't wet anything. Even on me, I'm 5'6".
I'll give it a positive. The water was warm.
Great.
The water was warm.
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. The towel.
It was only one.
There was only one towel.
One towel.
Between the two of us. It was, I don't want to use the word crusty because it was, I think it was clean, but it was rigid. Very
it was like
stiff.
Bleached within its life. I'll be honest, I couldn't cope with it. I have quite an aversity to communal towels. So I showered and dried myself in the fan.
Rox refused to use the towel if she could help it and stood in front of a desk fan and waited till she dried.
And hair dried.
herself.
I'm sorry, but, I just went
That's
al fresco.
A little hack for anyone if you want to dry yourself without using a towel.
I don't care
dryer.
if people think I've changed. Genuine, I couldn't cope. The towel was so crusty, and I was like,
it was rigid.
Mark.
It was clean, but was crusty. It was like crusty. It's hard to explain.
It's you never forget it though, do you, eh?
No. And then
the mirror Mark was too tall for. So
I was too tall for the mirror.
he didn't fit on the bed.
Rox went in. I didn't fit on the bed. My feet stuck out the bed by a foot, but I mean that's a standard life for me when I'm not at home. Rox went to the toilet and shouted to me, "Where have you put the soap?" There wasn't any. There wasn't any soap in the
I
bathroom.
genuinely was like, right, I'll go away. Right, I'll wash my hands. And I was like,
no soap.
There wasn't even like an old school 70s bar of soap. I was like, where's the soap? Then I found something and it was like multi-wash. And I was like,
within the shower there was a multi-wash.
Yeah. I've never heard of a multi-wash.
Shower, conditioner, shower gel, soap, multi-wash.
All in one.
All in one. It was a vibe.
It was smell of stinging nettles. That can only be described as stinging nettles.
It was a real vibe. So we're like, okay, let's go. We've got to go to the festival.
Right. We were like, sod, we're fine. Right, quickly, get dressed. We've got to get out anyway.
We get dressed. We go downstairs. We're like, we need a freaking drink. We need a drink, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna have. We're gonna
a little.
We order an Uber. It's like a little while. It's going to take ages because lots of people are going to the festival. So we're like, you know what? We've got a bit of time. We're waiting for this Uber. Let's get a little drink from the bar. We get a drink from the bar. We're sitting down. We then walk down this corridor because we're like, oh, we want to explore the hotel, see what's around. And we'd heard there's a little gym room and there's a little restaurant and whatever. We're walking down this corridor. We come to the very end, and we basically hear a couple coming from another corridor. We didn't see them, but we heard them come in, and they're going, "Oh, the toilet's here! The toilet's here!" As we turn the corner, they both enter a cubicle together.
I was like, oh, they're just, I don't know. I thought at the time, because obviously I didn't know the hotel, that was the entrance to both men and women's toilets. I was like, oh, they're going in and they go.
There's a separation once you get in there, right?
Not that it was just one toilet.
We walk past, we go, oh, they've got it. As we come back.
Didn't think anything of it.
We come back a few moments later.
I can only describe it as they were having their next child. I'll be honest.
They were loudly enjoying themselves in the communal
disabled
toilet on the ground floor next to what is the gym room.
We were crying, laughing.
And
we just carried. I just went, keep walking.
Roxy's like, keep going. We're going to go back to the bar. We're going to go back to the bar. Is the Uber here yet?
I need a vodka.
Yeah, I need another drink. Is the Uber here yet?
It was such an assault of all the senses.
We went to the festival. We had a great time. We came back. We slept in our clothes on the bed.
I didn't want to sleep on the bed, on the sheets, so I literally wore leggings, a hoodie, and a t-shirt so that my skin didn't touch the sheets because I had this vision of those blue lights.
Oh, don't! I don't want to know. No, I can't cope with what a blue light would have done.
And
to that
this
room.
wasn't a festival where you drink all day and you go out and you party all night. Like people are chilling down by 10 o'clock and you're home and you're watching a film. Like, it's not like when you go to festival and you drink and you're like, oh, you don't remember getting home, you've got a hangover. Me and Mark were sober. We
had 3 drinks.
Maybe, all day.
All day. From when we got there, we had 3 or 4 alcoholic drinks. That was it. So you're turning back up sober.
And yeah.
It was honestly,
so funny. You're never.
I keep coughing. I think I've caught something from the hotel.
Yeah, I woke up with a sore throat.
That's making it worse now.
I don't know whether. I don't think even when I didn't stay in luxury hotels, even when I didn't stay in luxury hotels, I don't think I stayed in a hotel that bad that was a 3-star before I used to stay in luxury hotels.
Look.
So I'm not. It's not like I've changed. It's just it was so intensely not what it said it was.
Look, when we go abroad, me and you pay a bit extra and we're happy to pay that because we want a little holiday experience, right?
Yeah.
We pay and we go, you know what?
We pay
We're going
for
on
our
holiday.
hotels.
We
Yeah.
really want to have a nice time and we pay a bit extra. When we stay in hotels in the UK, I don't think we go all out.
No, we don't. We don't stay in like the posh ones.
We don't. We normally stay at a 4-star level.
Yeah. Which is
And
quite posh, I suppose.
That is decent. That is like 4-star. I'm like, that is a nice hotel.
It's beautiful.
And this was a 4.6.
You get a bar of soap and a shower cap.
I'm not
and a sewing kit. You know those little mini sewing?
I'm not going to reveal the name of the hotel.
No.
Because
don't want to get sued.
I don't want to get sued.
But it was a vibe.
It was an experience. An experience that I'm willing to say we've made it through.
I will cherish forever.
On the night that we got back after the festival on the first night, we both laid in the bed that was like laying on bricks. I looked at the ceiling and I went, I love you, Rox. I'm glad we've done our will. If this is how it goes, it's been nice knowing you. We said our goodbyes.
We thought we were going to die.
We said our goodbyes. And the first thing I heard when I opened my eyes was Rox going,
We're alive.
We made it through the night.
And you couldn't stop
And I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah.
I opened my eyes and I was like, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Like genuinely said it. And Mark was just crying, laughing that I thought we'd escaped death.
Another moment, I was watching Gladiator, the film on the telly. Telly cut off. So, great film. Russell Crowe, he's having his moment.
It cuts, so
It
we
just
didn't
cuts.
see the end.
It just cuts. And then it like
Luckily, you know the end.
it fuzzes and then it comes back on 30 seconds later. I've just missed the whole scene. Like, it's great.
We didn't have a cup of tea because the pigeon in the kettle definitely.
Oh, I didn't touch it.
Definitely happened in that
I
hotel.
cannot tell you how much I wanted a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I woke up that next day and was like, I'll murder a cup of tea. I got in the car and I drove to go and get one because I couldn't deal with having one in the room.
Yeah.
Because of all of you guys.
I reckon, because of all your
Because
confessions
of
of a house.
pigeon in a kettle.
Pigeon in a kettle definitely happened in a place like that. Definitely. For sure. For sure.
So I just want to say thank you to the good people of Preston. I very much enjoyed visiting your city or town, whatever it is.
Yeah, and
I
you guys
enjoyed
were lovely.
enjoyed the festival. I would say the more north you get, the more talkative everyone is.
Oh my God.
Everyone wanted to chat in Preston. Oh, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? You go, Nottingham. Oh, Nottingham, we're from Preston. They want to go, oh, whereabouts in Nottingham? Oh, well, isn't it good it's come here to Preston? Everyone just wants to.
Everyone loves Preston.
Where are you staying? Where are you staying? Well, you don't want to know where I'm staying. Where are you staying? Like,
Yeah. You won't want to be there, to be
yeah.
fair.
Like Uber drivers, very talkative. Very talkative. They want to
I
chat.
liked the Uber drivers. Do you remember we were on the motorway as well in a cab and the police cordon thing stopped the whole traffic, didn't it? Oh my God, we were on the way to the festival. It was so funny.
It was on the
because
M6.
they stopped the whole of the M6. Some man got out dressed in a wedding suit.
Yeah, and was arguing.
Arguing because he was late for a wedding. I'm not even kidding. I thought, oh no, this man's going to miss his wedding.
It was so good. I was like, not good, but it was good in a sense of like, I was ready to film it because I thought this bloke was going to like fight a copper.
Yeah,
it was
and
like, he
then
was going mad.
Someone got a ticket because they were going down there. Honestly, it was like the front part of EastEnders on the
Yeah.
M6.
Someone got a ticket because they drove down a hard shoulder in a
We
landing.
were just sat there like, oh, well, we're going to see Craig David in a minute. We'll just watch this unravel.
It was fantastic.
It
So
was.
to the good people of Preston, thank you. You was all very kind. Your Burger King is fantastic. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, that barbecue chicken royale thing.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous.
Great chili cheese bites. You can always rely on them at 10 o'clock at night. I just want to say thank you to the good people of Preston, not thank you to that hotel.
No. And I hope you guys never stay there, but I wish I could tell you, but I'm not going to tell you what it was.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
If you was at the festival, let us know. Let us know what you think of it. If you have got a horrific hotel story.
If you saw us there, because I think a few people on my Instagram have said they saw us there, they saw us dancing, they loved seeing us in their hometown. Let us know if you've got any good festival stories from this weekend.
And if you've got any hotel stories that you haven't yet sent in, send them in. Get them into our confessions.
Have you got a worse one than ours? Because, I mean, I feel like I need to hear of people's hotel stories.
I need to hear.
Especially after summer, Mark. People have been on their travels.
Honestly, I've got something wrong with my throat. I think it's
What?
this hotel.
You're panicking. You're panicking.
I'm panicking.
Let me get dilemma up. because-
I need to hear your hotel stories because I need to feel better about mine. That's what I'm going to say. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com. Right, you ready?
Yep. Do you have a dilemma? Do you need some help in life?
Yes.
Dial a dilemma.
Hey!
I've got a dilemma for you today,
Is
Mark.
it hotel-based?
No. Hi, Mark and Rox.
Hello.
I love your videos and recently started watching your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
So I have moved from the West Midlands to Kent.
Why? Why would you move to Kent?
Done. Well done.
To Kent? What a terrible decision.
Shut up, you. I had to move here.
Exactly.
Kent.
I saved
The
you.
Garden of England, Kent is known as. I've had to come up here with a load of ducks.
I scooped you up from
Scoop me up
the gutter.
from London.
Like
Are
your
you
like your
alright?
knight in shining armour.
You've never been able to lift me up.
I saved you and brought you to a better life.
Oh, shut up. Are you actually joking? It rains constantly. You're always moaning. And all you lot eat is sausage rolls.
Hey! Go on, what's the dilemma?
So, I've moved from West Midlands to Kent. My boyfriend lives in Kent, so one of us had to make the move. Oh.
Right.
He asked me to move in, so I left my life in the Midlands to leave here in Kent. I am close to my family and really miss being in my hometown.
Okay.
In my hometown. Your videos have really helped me.
Sorry,
with
that was
the-
musical Tourette's from Roxanne.
Yeah, sorry. Help me with the homesickness because we used to watch your videos as a family and now I watch them with his family.
Lovely.
So I just wanted to know how Rox deals with moving away from home and does it get easier? Thank you, Caitlin.
Caitlin. I mean, I haven't got any advice to add here. She's asking you, isn't she?
She is asking me. But, you know, if you had to go down to Kent from here, Mark.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Why?
I'd struggle. I'd struggle with the accent.
The accent.
Honestly.
There's not an accent.
What do you mean there's not an Glass?
At least you'd be able to
Castle.
understand everyone.
Wouldn't. I'd struggle.
To be fair, going to Preston, I noticed the difference now from like Kent to Midlands to the actual north.
Yeah.
Like
You've learned the
you had
difference.
to sort of really help me sort of understand.
That you're not in the north in Nottingham.
Yeah, but like in Preston, you really hear it with their accent.
Yeah, I mean, and that isn't even true.
And it's really cool,
But yeah.
actually. I liked the accent. How do you deal with moving from here to there? Now, in my opinion, this is a great thing. Kent is the Garden of England.
Where
It
do you
is
keep getting this Garden of England from? Where's
what
that?
it's dubbed as. If you go
By who? Your dad? Who's dubbing it that?
the
I've
Queen.
seen your dad's
she was alive.
Your dad's garden is not a Garden of England. Needs a
Excuse
match
me,
put
don't
into it.
slag off my dad's garden.
Uh,
My dad's garden is my dad's garden. All right?
Exactly.
Oh, don't. You should see your
Tell
own
me a
garden,
posi-
love. You've got grass longer than a
Tell me. I mean, I'm.
like that behind you.
I need a gardener.
I
So my
know.
garden's a problem. But your garden, your dad has. Jesus.
I think
mean,
Caitlin needs to embrace it. I get you miss your family, okay? I've moved away. My family lives all around the world now. And it is hard, but FaceTime is a great thing. You also, this is a great opportunity for you, Caitlin, to arrange things all the time. Every occasion, Halloween, Christmas, events, autumn. Arrange for your family to come and stay with you or to have a party or a get-together. These are always the things. I know there's a lot of distance there, right? But meeting in the middle is also fun because in the middle between Kent and Nottingham is London. And that's where
That's
you can
not really
have
in the
a
middle,
great
is it?
time.
That's not really in the middle.
Yeah, but it is easy for everyone.
Mm.
I
Milton Keynes is probably more in the
genuinely
middle.
think this is a great thing for you. You are going to Kent. There's Blue Water, the shopping centre. Fantastic. Great seaside. Better than up here.
Where? Where's there a seaside
There's
in
loads
Kent?
of seasides in Kent. You've got Margate, Hastings. You've got all of the fantastic. Brighton. Fantastic.
That's not Kent. That's
Well,
Brighton.
That's south.
That's like saying.
Yeah, but going to Brighton from here is a mish.
Well, it
Going
is
to
from
there
here.
from
Yeah, but you
home,
go
it's like-
skeggy for me. You go
Going from
skeggy.
Kent, 40 minutes. Bosh. You're there. You're having a fun.
That's not helping her with homesickness going to Brighton,
It will.
Bosh.
It will. Invite your family down.
As you said, it's a mission for me and they're not going to go. This is terrible advice. Go to Brighton.
No, I'm not telling her to go Brighton. Maybe make
Hello,
yourself...
babe. Garden of England. Go Brighton. Invite your family
Go
down.
to, I don't know
Lovely.
if there's a Greg's down south. I know there is. Go to Greg's if you're missing the Midlands.
Right.
You know, like get yourself a sausage roll. Do the things that make you happy. But I would say you're in a better place. Caitlin, I don't know why you're sad. Embrace it. Kent has got everything. Like everything you ever
Kent
need.
has got, what has it got? It's got a big shopping centre. That's it.
Whoa, sweet child of mine.
What's it got?
Access to everything.
Tell me a football club. Hasn't got one. Tell me the last, that's London.
Yeah, but it's in fringe.
No, tell me the last time you heard somebody go, oh, you know, Taylor Swift coming to the UK playing Kent. Nobody goes to Kent, right? Usher, like R. Kelly, not R. Kelly, not him. Who did I mean?
Usher.
Ja Rule, he was meant to do a tour. They all come Nottingham.
Yeah, but there is no arena in Kent.
Exactly.
Yeah, but only because, you know, it's there's lots of gardens.
No, there's not.
There's lots of protected green belt.
You got the Sugar Hut in Essex, haven't you?
Fresh air, walks, go on walks. Go.
Fresh air?
Yeah.
Fresh air?
No fresh
what,
air
by the
up
Dartford
here,
Tunnel? Fresh air? Are you all right?
Dartford Tunnel? Whoa.
Are you okay?
Why are you slagging off the Dartford Tunnel?
You said fresh air.
There is fresh air.
What?
Of course there's no fresh air in a tunnel. Are you all right?
Do you know how much
bridge,
traffic?
That's great air up there.
No, all that traffic.
Oh, now you sound like my dad.
All that traffic, the shopping centres, mate, carbon footprint and all that.
Oh, you can jog on.
Sherwood Forest.
Arenas.
Sorry.
2 football arenas.
Right.
A city.
Yeah.
This is giving off a more carbon footprint than any place in Kent.
Right.
There's more trees in Kent.
Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood Forest.
That's all you got, love.
Name me a famous, you're like, Garden of England. Name me a famous garden in Kent.
Wow. There's lots of manor
No. You're like name me a famous garden, famous wood, famous forest.
The Bluebells Wood.
No,
Fantastic
you're making it up.
place.
You're making it up.
But Chislehurst, lovely place.
What? You're making these things
Bromley,
up?
great
Bromley,
place.
that's a place. It's not a wood.
Dartford, fantastic.
Bridge.
Sevenoaks, it's posh. It's beautiful.
What do you mean it's posh and it's beautiful?
Well, Mark, I'll be honest. I'm trying to help this girl adapt into her real life. Do you know what I mean? Like, all I'm doing here is I'm trying to make someone feel better about their life.
They've made a poor decision. You need to own that decision. You need to have a word with your fella. You need to get him back to the Midlands.
What I would say to you is, why didn't he move up here? If you don't want to be there, tell him, oi, John, no. Get back up to the Midlands if you want to come back here. Personally, I'm striving to get back to Kent, and I have been for years.
There's nothing in Kent, right? Here's the solution, right? There's nothing in Kent. Get back to the Midlands.
Great ice arenas.
Look, you got so many football stadiums. You got arenas. You've got everything. You've got cricket grounds.
Yeah.
You're 2 hours from London. You're 2 hours from Manchester. You got Birmingham on your doorstep. That's just Nottingham. I mean, it's a fantastic place.
It is a fantastic place. But I genuinely believe there are better places than here.
Our doorbell's going off.
Who's that?
Our doorbell.
Do you want to go and see?
No.
Sorry,
Can you hear that?
A break for our doorbell. There we go.
They've gone away.
Doorbell's done.
My true advice for you.
Is that a parcel for me?
Yeah, probably.
Parcel a day keeps
My bank account low.
It doesn't rhyme.
My true advice, if you're missing home, you're missing the Midlands, get yourself to a Toby Carvery.
Oh my goodness. Tell him.
It's a taste of home.
Tell him who took you to a Toby Carvery the other week.
Oh.
Who treated you to a Toby Carvery? Me. I took him to a Toby Carvery. It was the best day of your life.
Honestly, out of nowhere.
He was so happy.
Out of nowhere. Roxy's always like, should we go for sushi? Should we get like some dim sum? She's always like, she always wants some weird cuisine. Never does she say Carvery. Those glorious words came out of your mouth.
Fancied a Yorkshire pudding, to be fair. I fancy one now, today.
Honestly, you had never been sexier than when you said to me, can we go Toby Carvery?
I'll be honest, nothing beats that roast potato that those Carveries do, because they do Toby does like a tray of like nearly well done, and then they do obliterated potatoes, like roasties that like
chewing a rock.
And that as they get those Yorkshires like that,
Well, that's our advice.
Sorry, just chatting about
Move him to the Midlands because we all know it's better. Or get yourself to a Toby Carvery. Rox's advice, go to Brighton.
Write letters and FaceTime.
Write letters?
Yeah, write a letter if you got
Like
the
you're in
time.
the war. Write letters.
Oh, there's nothing nicer than a letter. Shut up. Nothing nicer than a letter from your family. You're such a
Get
sod.
yourself a fountain pen.
Get yourself a pen pal.
Get yourself a fountain pen and a wax seal.
Send yourself postcards.
And send letters to your loved
when
ones.
you're homesick. Nothing ever. You just got to learn to live with the
It's
change.
been 100 days I've been in Kent. I've not understood.
Day 29 in.
I've not understood anyone for at least 30 days.
Day 274 in the Midlands.
There's only
Rox is upset again. It's raining again. It's grey again.
I'm struggling because there's only one Greg's in the city, not one on every corner. Send help. Yours sincerely, Kate, or whatever her name was.
What was the score of Forest?
What was the score? Yeah, we're still on teletext here. If you have got a dilemma, please let us know. We'll no doubt make it worse. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your date night diaries.
Dun, dun, dun.
Date night.
Whoop.
I was crying laughing at this.
Oh, I'm excited. I need a laugh today.
I struggled not to tell you this as I read it because it made me laugh so much.
Oh, good. Come on,
And
then.
I was like, I've got to save it for the podcast,
Break
right?
it down.
Hi, Mark and Rox. I'm such a big fan. You guys never fail to make me laugh. I'd like to stay anonymous, but you could call me Anonymous from Tennessee.
Oh!
So that's good. We know where they're from.
Got an American Anonymous.
This is kind of a story you really don't want to happen to you or people knowing.
Wow. Go.
My fiance and I were having a date night while the kids were at their grandma's house. As couples do, we was planning some adult time together. Love it. Okay? Kids are away, they're at Nan's house. Let the romance commence.
Why is that?
What?
I don't know.
We decided,
I'm already cringing.
we get to the bedroom and he decided he wanted to pleasure my downstairs. Okay? I'm trying to make this as appropriate as possible, but, you know, he decided to pleasure me downstairs. This is the lady talking, okay?
Okay, yeah.
He was down there with his face as close to my lady parts as they could get. Okay?
But this has gone very extreme.
Well, look, I'm trying to word it in a polite manner, okay? So, all of a sudden,
no kids who are listening.
out of nowhere, while his face is there, I farted. I'm not talking like a quiet little toot, but this was a loud fart, resembling the sound of a motorbike starting. The fart kept going too. It felt like a lifetime. I had no feeling of what I can't even breathe, honestly. I had no feeling of wanting or needing to pass wind at the time. I hadn't had stomach cramps or anything. It just happened. The next thing I know, my fiance pulls his face away. He looks at me in horror and disgust.
He just farted in his face.
He said to me, "How very dare you?" God, no. That is the nastiest thing that has ever happened to me in my life. There is no amount of brushing my teeth, washing my mouth, or washing myself to get rid of what's just happened. Never in my lifetime had this ever happened to me. You didn't even warn me.
She was relaxed, maybe.
I want to point out he was saying this whilst gagging. And I was trying hard not to laugh. as he said it. But I knew if I hadn't started laughing, I would have farted more.
I can't cope with that one. I get it now. Oh my.
I kept...
It's vile, though. It is vile.
That is a moment that can't happen. You can't fart in someone's face while that's happening. In the mouth. Yeah, you can't. I kept apologising. And he said, no amount of apologising will ever make this situation any better. He said, I've never had anyone fart into my mouth and face before. Since that day, every time now we have some adult town, he makes me go to the toilet first to relieve any wind.
He's still with you.
I'm happy to say it wasn't the worst thing that's ever happened to him, because he's clearly, because we're still together and we've just had our third child back in September. So...
Can't cope.
That's a bad one, isn't it? That's a bad one.
If someone farted in my mouth, even my own kids, I would cry. Like, cry, like someone's died in my mouth.
So
I genuinely would.
I understand that the nature of how that message started was a little bit blue, but you had to get through it to understand the severity.
I think there's going to be some very
date.
hurting faces on the podcast today. I hope you're listening, crying, whatever you're doing, because that was the best. One of the best.
That is one of the best, right? That is one of the best.
You can't
not
experience it when you hear it either.
You can't fart while somebody is doing that to you. Okay?
There's only one step on further than that could be worse. And obviously that's obvious. But I genuinely
A follow through, yeah. So
I love that he had a go at you. While gagging.
He made his feelings clear whilst gagging.
Oh, my face hurts.
But I agree with his statement. No amount of brushing or cleaning would ever make you feel clean again.
You'd have flashbacks. He'd have
flashbacks.
Surely you just have to never do that.
Yeah, PTSD or whatever it's called. But yeah.
Poo trauma.
So if you have ever gone through a poo trauma whilst in a loving moment with your partner, please do get in touch. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com.
Farting in situations.
Have you ever had a fart entered into your mouth? Have you ever farted in somebody else's loved one's mouth?
If so, don't contact
If
us.
so, I would love to find out. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com.
It's made me feel a bit gaggy.
You okay? You through it? Should we just move on?
I don't think you ever get through that. I feel for that man.
This is Confessions of a Housekeeper.
No!
Ooh.
It ain't us, is it?
It isn't. It's not Housekeeper. This is a lifetime confession. It could have been us after this week, but this is another fantastic story. An incredible
story after story.
And this is a story that I believe could happen to you.
Right.
You as in Roxanne, not you as in the listener.
Go
so,
on.
are you ready?
I'm intrigued to know what level this will be.
Hi, Rox and Mark. I'm a long-time watcher, listener, and I've bought all of your books. Thank you.
Bless you.
You both and the boys are my favourite YouTube family, and you guys always crack me up. I hope one day I'll find the happiness and fun like you all have.
Oh, that's very
lovely.
kind.
Here's my confessions of a lifetime.
Go on.
So I was on a first trip with my fella in London, and we decided to go to Madame Tussauds. It's the first thing. It's like a date, isn't it? You know, you're in London together on a first trip. You do those touristy things, don't you? Madame Tussauds, London Eye, all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you with me? You're looking confused? Yeah?
No.
We was having a lovely time until he suggested that after we went to the London Dungeons.
Right.
London Dungeons, ever done them, Rox?
Yes, I have. They're terrifying, actually.
Fine.
Well, they are at certain times.
Yeah, well.
Halloween, I think.
Much like Rox, I'm terrified of everything.
Yeah. Oh, I feel for you.
As you may know, the London Dungeons use live actors.
Yeah, they're pretty good ones as well because it's London.
So they're like, I've never done it. So what they're like, they act like they're in a dungeon. And
you know, like Jack the Ripper, but there's like women dressed up from that era, and there's like people who are like, you know, like top hats and things like that. So they're like quite scary, but
sure.
At Halloween, though, there's different kinds of scared as well. So I don't know what time they went, but I could give you probably a very good description of any form of scare fest this Halloween.
So I was doing okay at first and pretending to be calm until one of the actors jumped out on me.
We've all been there. Well, I've been there.
My natural instincts kicked in.
Oh, no.
I punch him in the nose and kick him in the... She's put chicken nuggets. She's kicked him in his crown jewels. Okay.
Chicken nuggets. Love that.
She's punched him in the nose, kicked him in his chicken nuggets.
Oh, no, you're not allowed to touch the actors.
He dropped to the floor, holding his nuggets.
Mate, he's too good. He shouldn't have done it.
I grabbed the closest person to me and began running. It turns out this was a 7-year-old child. She's panicked. Someone's jumped out. She's scared. She's kicked someone. She's grabbed the closest person to protect them and she's begun running. Get away!
She's on a real life zombie apocalypse film. Oh no. This is a bad reaction.
Long story short, I got thrown out of the museum and done for not only GBH but kidnapping of a child.
Oh my God.
My fellow is nowhere to be seen, and I now have a lifetime ban from the London Dungeons and Madame Tussauds. Love to you and the boys. That's incredible.
That is so bad that it's fantastic.
You get done for GBH and kidnapping.
GBH and kidnapping in London Dungeons.
That's a story. That is a story.
Sorry, darling. Sorry. Imagine trying to explain to kids, yeah, I'd love to take you to London Dungeon, but Mummy's got a lifetime ban.
Yeah.
All right? I can't. I'll kick someone in there once.
I kicked someone in the chicken
nuggets.
nuggets.
Fair, I feel for this woman because I have done a lot of Halloween walkthroughs, scare fests, hell walks, as I like to call them.
Sure.
I have done them all.
Walks.
I've done Universal. I've done Twin Lakes. They're the worst.
Right.
I've done Alton Towers.
Sure.
All the ones you've taken me to. They are horrific.
Fantastic.
No, they're horrific.
They're great days out.
And Mark, in particular, signs me up, and because they know it's me and I'm very scared, they go in harder with me.
Oh yeah, no, I email ahead and go, I'm coming. I'm going to film it.
And
you need to help me terrify Rox.
I genuinely have sometimes wanted to smack them in the face as well because they're so scary. I once had a man chase me with a chainsaw and he wouldn't stop.
Sure.
And I just thought, well, I'm going to have to turn around and karate chop you because with my leg.
Imagine karate chopping somebody with a chainsaw.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's the only way I felt I could stop him. There's no code word like...
Rox, have you ever karate chopped?
Yeah. Ow. Yeah.
If you're not watching, it's well worth a little look on YouTube. Just for her hitting the sofa.
That really hurts, even on a sofa.
Yeah,
how do they do it on wood?
You're doing that to a crazed man with a chainsaw, apparently. So,
but I get what she's had a jerk reaction. People jumping out at me, even when you jump out at me and you think it's funny. Like I genuinely sometimes can't help but want to just hit out because you want to protect yourself. Well, she's unfortunate. She's been done for GBH. I mean, I wouldn't have grabbed the kid unless it was my own kid. I would have run with the kid,
If you're protecting your own child, but you're doing a good thing. You're protecting an innocent child that you see as a bystander.
She's got into, like, survival mode.
Full survival mode, full zombie mode, zombie apocalypse, survival,
You don't jump.
Save the women and children.
You don't jump, do you? You don't suffer really with being like
Very
scared.
rarely. But even when I do jump, it's just a...
The only person who can make him jump is my son, because he's so tiny at night. Sometimes if he's standing there like, Daddy, he scares the crap out of you.
The kids scare me because they've got little feet and they're so light on their feet.
They just appear.
And also, they're at a height which you don't expect danger. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sort of, if they're at a dog height, then you're like, oh, it's a dog. You're like, you're aware of like small animal height, and then you're aware of adult height. The in between is child height, which is it's not a dangerous height. Think of something that like.
The only other time you see a child in the dark like that is on like possessed children.
Yeah, it's
films,
like The Ring.
like horrors.
It's like Chucky.
Shining on the bike. So you're like,
It's a danger height, right? Because even in the UK, you've either got dogs and foxes and cats who are small, or you've got adults. They're the two danger zones.
Yeah, kids
right?
not danger zones.
I'm prepared for those two danger zones. I'm not prepared for the kid danger zone. That mid-height.
Because you're too tall as well, so it's hard for you to access that mid-height.
It's when they, you know where, genuinely, the time I scare the most is when I'm asleep.
Yeah, and they're just like, Dad, come
because when Rox wakes me up, she's heavy-handed, right? If Rox is trying to wake me up, she goes, get up now, get up, come on, get
I don't
up.
sound like that.
You go, get up, come on. You'd ever walk in and go, hello, my beautiful husband, here's a lovely cup of tea.
Shut up, you're such a drama.
You never kindly wake
Mark,
me up.
I go, come on, Mark, get out of bed.
Yeah.
You've laid in for an hour. The kids are all dressed and it's done now. Get up.
You have never softly spoken to me at a wake-up time.
Wake up, my prince. No, I'm not going to do that.
You've never...
You need a volcano to wake you up. You can sleep through an earthquake.
You've never given me a gentle wake-up. You've never come in and gone, Mark.
No, because you don't wake up. I do that for about an hour before you even wake up.
Shut your face.
That's not
right?
It's true.
I do that to you.
Shut your face.
When I walk into you,
yeah,
I go,
because I will karate
I
chop
walk
you.
in and I go, Rox.
Only because you're scared.
Rox. And I like very delicately approach it and I'm trying to softly wake you and go, Rox. And you go, what? And I go,
I don't snort like a pig.
I've made you a coffee. I've made you a full English breakfast.
Yeah, right. Now we know he's lying.
I've taken the children to school. I've
Can't
put the bins
cook
out.
a sausage.
Where what happens is, so Rox, when she walks in here, it's right, come on, you've had a lie-in, get up.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Get up.
Kids need you, come on, whatever, right? We need to go out, you need to do it, put the bins out. You come in instantly with a demand, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. What happens when the children walk in is they get as close to my face as possible and they go, Dad. So they're trying to be softly waking me because
it's horrifying.
But it's horrifying. Dad. And I'm like, ah! And that height when I'm laying down, honestly, that's what scares me.
Well, Mike, they come in and jump on me. You don't even flinch.
Well,
so
yeah.
that's what I mean. You can sleep through an absolute
because
earthquake.
I'm used to brutal of you. I'm used to your brutality.
Oh, stop.
The kids gently...
Hold on. My mini violin is coming out again.
She's got the little
Here's
violin.
my mini violin. If you look on YouTube, you'll be able to see that it is, in fact, an actual violin.
Is that
Just playing my mini violin.
What does that sound? You know where you can shove that mini violin. So there you go. I don't know what we're talking about.
Being scared.
Confessions of a lifetime. Thank you. If you have got a confession you would like us to read out, please let us know. If you've been done for accidental GBH.
Kidnapping.
Or let us know where you're banned. If you've been banned from a location. I'd love to know
why. Have you ever
been
banned from a location? I don't know if I have.
No. I got my friend banned from a bar once for encouraging him to throw a bar stool for a laugh.
What?
It was like a competition of who could throw it the furthest. And
that is why
There was no competition. I just dared him, and because he'd had a drink, I went, let's see the furthest, thinking he wouldn't, and he did, and then he got banned, and I then had to suffer the fact that none of us could go in there, and it was a really convenient bar. So that's the only place that I had to suffer a ban via someone else.
Right, yeah.
If you have got a confession, please let us know. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com. Oh, no. No, that's that one. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. It's this one. Living with a Savannah.
Oi, oi. Lifetime ban? Nah.
Lifetime ban.
Nobody catch me. I'm a cockney, mate. I'm a cockney.
Wee. Stick that in your skyrocket. Wee. Right. I've got a great one here. This I heard on a conversation between you and a family member.
Oh.
You was talking to a member of your family this week.
Yeah.
And you two both started laughing because you confused each other.
Go on.
You was telling
I think I know what you mean.
You was telling a family member, hey, just wanted to let you know, I'm doing my will. Right? We talked about this a few weeks ago. We was writing our will. We was writing our wills out, right? I've been doing my will. They went, oh my God, you're going on the wheel.
The game show.
In the UK, there's a game show called The Wheel, right? And Rox went, no, my will. And she went, yeah, the will. And Rox went, no, my will. She went, yeah, will. And then Rox was like, no, my will and testament when I'm dying.
My will and testament when I'm dying.
And they went, oh, I thought you meant the will,
like
the game show.
The
The will and the wheel. Will, wheel.
So,
Rox, 2 words. Tell me.
Will.
No, oh my God.
It's the will and the will. It's the same thing.
Right, say one and say the other.
Will.
I...
How do you say them then?
Will.
Will.
Wheel.
Wheel.
Wheel. There's E's in it.
It's not a hill.
Wheel. There's a E in it.
There's no hill in it.
There's an E in the middle. There's 2 E's. Wheel.
Will.
No. I'm dead.
I'm going to go and get a new wheels. I've just written my will.
Yeah, so you've put a plural so we know the difference. But will, like I'm writing my will.
A will.
And look at my bike needs a new wheel.
Will.
There's E's in it, isn't there?
Wheel.
No, it's not the wha that you're struggling with.
Wheel.
No, you're getting the start right. It's the E's in the middle. Wheel. Wheel.
So I'm going on my wheel and will.
Will. You've got will sorted. No, so you've got will sorted. Say will is fine.
Will. Oh.
That's will.
Will.
Like ill. You know the word ill?
Will.
Like you're ill. We're ill. You're ill.
Will.
Right? What you got to think of wheel is like, eel. Like an eel, the animal.
Yeah.
Put a W in front of eel.
Wheel.
What eel?
Wheel.
No. What? Say eel.
Ill.
No, not ill. Jesus. Not like you're ill. Say eel.
Eel.
No, not ear.
Eel.
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 What eel?
What eel?
What eel? What eel? Wheel.
What wheel are we talking about?
The wheel on a car, the wheel on a wheel, a spinning wheel.
I've lost the wheel.
I've lost the will, yeah.
Wheel.
Will. Will, you don't need to, you don't have to worry about will. Stop saying will.
This is genuinely making me
just
cry.
Wheel.
Wheel.
Wheel. Honestly, I've got no chance. I've got no chance, have I?
A wheel.
I just.
Wheel. Oh,
What eel? Wheel.
Will.
Wheel.
Will.
Wheel, yeah. Will.
Will. Will. Can we just call it a tyre and be done with it?
And this is why I told that woman earlier she needs to move back to the Midlands, okay? Get yourself back to the Midlands, love, all right? Well, no, you don't know if you're writing your will or writing on a wheel, okay? That's...
Oh.
Would you rather? I'd rather not be here today. Would you rather?
I'm done. I'm out.
Right, come on. Let's get this over with.
No.
Come on, let's finish
I've
this.
too much today.
Right,
Sorry.
would you rather? This is coming from someone called William.
A will.
A Will. A William. Jesus. A William. Okay?
Billy, come
Billy.
on.
We'll say Billy. Right. Would you rather... Rox can't get over it. Right.
Stop.
That was her slapping herself, not me slapping her. Just for anyone not watching. Would you rather poo yourself at a concert?
Oh, God.
This is from Will, right? Would you rather poo yourself at a concert and the singer notifies the entire audience
I mean,
that, you know, this woman front row has just pooed herself?
right.
Or you accidentally flush your phone down the toilet?
Oh, my God.
They're the options.
Well, they're the...
That's from Will. You've got to do one.
What a range.
But I mean, that's a would you rather.
No, I mean, I'd rather poo myself and everyone know. Mate, how much money to replace it, to get all your information, technology set up? This is just a set of new trousers, right?
And the public embarrassment.
Oh, mate, I embarrass myself every day. I mean, it ain't nothing to
point.
me. I
Good
mean, I
point.
don't get embarrassed these days. There's nothing to be embarrassed for. I am an embarrassing creature on this planet, and deal with it. If you don't like it, jog on, John. I will go, sorry, Craig David, I've pooed myself.
Right.
Don't tell anyone, but if you want to, it's fine. I'll just put a hoodie round and pray for the best.
There we go. Rox would choose to poo herself. I think I'd do the same, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm not losing my phone. It's too much.
Like,
too
don't
much
get me
hassle.
wrong. It's just like replacing it, money, tech, charging,
Time, all the photos. Oh,
inconvenience.
the cloud is annoying. Yeah,
The
I
cloud,
agree.
yeah, everything's annoying.
Thank you, William, for sending in your would you rather. If you've got a would you rather you want us to do, send it in. LadBabyPodcast@gmail.com.
I've got to apologise. I've spent a lot of time laughing today, so not said much. So I hope you've laughed along too. But yeah, apologies that you've just had my laugh down the microphone.
Guys, thank you all for joining us. That's the end of this week's episode, and we'll see you all next week.
Love you all. Have a good week.
Oh, right.
Keep it positive. Remember.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
And don't fart in anyone's mouth, all right?
I'd forgotten about that.
You never know when it is over.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
So let us dance this night away.